Hello, everybody. I'm Michel Janssen, Chief Research Officer for Everest Group, and today I'm here with Jimit. He's our partner for our enterprise practice.
Hey, Michael.
So Jimit and I just finished up a webinar where we were talking about our 2022 key issues, and that's the study where we look forward into 2022 and get your thoughts on what you're expecting and what we're hearing out in the marketplace. So Jimit, one of the statistics that I thought was most interesting was the ask where we talk about overall headcount growth for the business. You can think of this as really a proxy for how optimistic the respondents are looking forward here. We've done this for 3 years in a row. Pre-COVID, it was 5.2%. And last year, during the middle of the COVID, it was 2.7. And as we talk to clients and prospects going forward here, it's 7.5. So quite a whole lot more optimistic and translating into probably double-digit revenue growth. Are clients really that optimistic?
Yeah, Michael, it's been such a fascinating year, right? But I do remember 12 months ago you coined this term pent-up optimism, pent-optimism. I think as we're entering 2022, it's no longer pent-up, it's almost hyper-optimism that we're seeing here. And that's essentially driving all of this demand for new skills across the globe.
Yeah, and you made an interesting comment in the actual webinar where you talked about 2021 being really 3 different seasons of the year. You talked about season 1 at the beginning of the year really being a buyer's marketplace. The buyers had the upper hand; they were getting discounts, and service providers are just anxious to get conversations going. In the middle of the year, you talked about became a service provider market where there was so much activity going on. Service providers were actually getting the upper hand. And then I think we all experienced the end of the year, which was really more of an employees market, where the employees were actually getting the upper hand. What are you telling clients as they start to think about what they should be doing for 2022?
Again, I think of it as 3 stages of response, right? So there's a short term, medium term, long term. On the short term, it's become another interesting story, which is, are we paying too low to our supply partners or to our employees? So there's a lot of recalibration efforts that we're working with clients on to make sure that their price points or wages are competitive and aligned with the market. Very different from how we've thought of this before. From a medium-term perspective, there's a lot of focus on supply chain resilience. So how do you really add more diversity into your supply base? This could be adding new suppliers, adding new locations, and even adding new models. A lot of new GIC activity, as an example, going on, right? So that's the medium term. And then from a long-term perspective, we see a lot of companies completely revisiting their end-to-end workforce strategies. And this is across employees, contingent labor, outsourced partners, and even the gig economy. So lots of good change happening across the short, medium, and long term.
Yeah, things are moving very quickly, and we're constantly trying to keep up with all the activity. The on-demand version of the webinar is available by clicking the link. There's a lot of data-heavy charts in there. If you're interested in seeing what your peers are thinking about for 2022, take a look at that. And if you want to have a conversation directly with Jimit or myself, reach out to us on LinkedIn or send us an email. And Jimit, I want to thank you for your time today.
Thanks, Michael, and happy holidays to you and everyone else.
Yes, happy holidays, and let us know if we can help.